pretty interesting. Okay, Saga Relic, interesting. Not a very common turn 1 and on the play in Modern. Iteration on the deck. So I've played a lot of this archetype. And Iteration is a card that is interesting, but is also like kind of slow. And the idea, I think, is that you have such a high amount of card advantage that you're usually like not as interested in. You're usually not that interested in like the turn 3 expressive iteration. The fact that you like can't cast it on turn 2 is what I really dislike about it. All the other 2-mana cards are castable turn 2. And then like turn 3 is the turn you're trying to like bring back your Arc-like Phoenix Stimulaches, and the fact that like iteration like usually doesn't let you on turn 3 is kind of tough. Also, See the Truth might just be a better card advantage spell in this deck than expressive iteration. Okay, is Titan, wasn't sure if they were Titan. I'm going to Eternal Witness here. Something I've kind of found out about these combo matchups is if you're going to, or sorry, at least game 1, you're going to want to try to combo with Time Warp somewhat aggressively, and obviously just like casting an early Eternal Witness helps you do so much easier. Also, like forcing the Relic pop. Oh, sorry, that doesn't force the pop. They just tap it. Never mind. Still getting into play is somewhat interesting. I think they might pop the Relic. Maybe they hold it now that I have the Witness in play though. But I don't really mind losing the land. Just want to get the Witness in play for the Time Warp down the line. Do I like the new modal update? I like the update to leagues, not having to click join. I think that's great. All the fonts look like this is much smaller, which I don't like very much, especially as a streamer. Yeah, but I think so. Like, I don't know that this is the best deck that's going to want to play Founding the Third Path, but I feel like this is probably the shell where it's going to be the most powerful, where you get a lot of value out of the mill 4. The fact that it's mana neutral if you have a 2-mana spell is really nice. Starting that turn 3, casting any spell from the yard is great. Very good with See the Truth. Giving you 8 good enablers for See the Truth is great also. Well, dead on turn 3. Rough start, dude. Okay, so we're gonna bring in. So usually my matchup against Titan, it feels like somewhat unfavored post board and then like very favorable post board. Or sorry, very, unfavorable game 1, very favorable post board. Gonna bring in like 12 cards. Maybe not an amazing Channeler matchup. Although a lot of times I'll go down, like way down on companies here. Hold on, so this is whoop. This is gonna be 33 minus 6, 27 hits for company. Yeah, let's do something like this. Lex, 9 months, thank you. We're going up on the curve too, so I don't mind cutting the Cocos as much. Also, like, not a matchup where like the card advantage from company matters that much, but the mana advantage from it can matter. They double strike in hand. Yeah, when I say that we're dead on turn 3 here, I don't 100% mean that we're like literally dead, but I did mean there that my opponent is casting turn 3 Dryad Titan with double Amulet, and my hand cannot compete with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have outs there. Why is cutting Co here correct? Genuinely curious. I would hope you're genuinely curious. I'm going down on Coco hits here because I'm bringing in extra Solitudes, Venser, Silence, Time Warp. So I'm bringing in a lot of cards that are not hits on Collected Company. So like right now I have I think 24 hits, which is really low. I think you could still play 1 Collected Company and it's fine. I could also just play the 4th Ice-Fang, cut all of them, but it's the number of hits for company that make you want to cut it. Okay, good hand. Turn 2 Meddling Mage, turn 3 Knight of Bottom. Turn to Witness Ephemerate. Should you keep Wall over Ice-Fang for Solitude purposes? I don't think the number of white cards that we have for Solitude is too low. I've done the count before. I would maybe have to do the count again, but Ice-Fang like is a creature that can attack and can block and have Death Touch. I think that's more relevant than the Wall. Yeah, we're also just putting Collected Company on the bench as punishment. The powerful turn 1 Boreal Grazer. I don't need to Meddling Mage Dryad since I have Knight of Autumn that can answer Dryad. I think we're just gonna Simply name Primeval Titan and not worry too much about it. Gonna get Temple Garden, I think, off of Flooded Strand. Although maybe with this draw. No, let's look at Temple Garden. Primeval Titan. Play his Expedition map. Wow, that's a stellar draw. I think we'll just get the Witness in play, just so I can set up the Venser loop. We should be in fantastic shape here, though. What's the number of pitchables you aim for a deck with Solitude, Endurance, etc.? It kind of depends. Where like Endurance is like the biggest exception, because a lot of times you're not like really even looking to pitch that card, or you need like a much lower number. Like you can get away with like eight total cards plus the 1 copy of Endurance, so 9 including any number of, or like I guess if you have like 3 Endurances, you can have 8 extras, or no, sorry, not 8 extras, like 6 extras. I always forget if you. I used to always count like blue cards -1 whenever I'm thinking about it. I don't know if that's how Carson does it. That's usually like how my brain visualizes it. I think I'm just gonna bounce the Soliciting Signature Upkeep. Solitude is. It also depends like how good are you at hardcasting Solitude to some extent, but I think for Solitude you went like no more than like 13 Solitude. It's 13 extra blue cards. Maybe I should just count it's like 14 including like all the Solitudes. I didn't add Riptide Laboratory to this deck. So I posted on Twitter that I was pretty excited about Aether Channeler plus Riptide Laboratory, the land that bounces a wizard back to your hand. I've started to work on a blue-white list playing that combo, but I have not. That one's probably not what we're gonna play for a few days. It's gonna take some time to tune it. Maybe it's also one of the ones that like just never ends up getting there. Let's just hold up second Ephemerate here. I don't think I want to just bounce another Teleria West here. Although I will, I will bounce into turn. I guess we could just like get them to no permanence in play now. Or I guess they'll have the Grazer, huh? Yeah, I do remember Cephalid Constable. Those were some fun days, huh? But it's not conceding. Nice lands, nerd. Oh, I guess so. I should attack my Venser first. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, new card day is exciting, Kerbros. Thanks again for the channeler. Deck type for Backery, Waterfall Domain. Waterfall Domain. I'm just trying to think of why this is the name of the deck. I really dislike Besage in the main deck of Domain decks. I am generally much more excited to... I'm much more excited to have all basic land types in the main deck, and then you can sideboard some Besages to go with your Ren and 6s. I don't also like playing Dead Gone in a deck that's not playing as a spin spell. I would so much rather play Lightning Bolt so that and cascade into that with Shardless Agent sometimes, which is fine, and have a generally higher card quality, you know? Bloodbraid into Shardless as Waterfall. I see. This hand's good. This hand's really good. I'd never heard that term before. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in in play like Territorial Kavu was just like not that good. It's fine. It's good to cascade into it, but you know I think like having lightning bolts over Dead Gone has got to be correct here. I would also be interested in playing a third copy of Ren and 6. Maybe you play third Ren over the Beseiju. I could see that being good. Let's play this tapped here. I kind of want to play the fourth Fire Ice as well. Can maybe cut the fourth Fury. Fourth Fire Ice could be fine. Fourth Fury in the side, maybe not. I also personally usually like the I don't think I'm not silencing this turn. I usually like General Ferris Rockrick as a card in these decks. Maybe it doesn't make sense in this version. You're kind of low on. Yeah, it doesn't make sense in this version. Never mind. Sideboard looks pretty good overall. Yeah, I don't think I've got many notes on the sideboard here. I do think I'm going to try to start setting up Silence Loop here. Upkeep Silence, Turtle Witness Silence to Ephemerate Loop. Yeah, I think those are my main notes. Pretty interesting build. Shane with the 10 pack. Thank you for the gifted sub, Shane. Gotta get to Shane, make sure to thank him. And I was also on the dive down this week talking about Dominaria cards, which you guys can watch to your heart's content, huh? Maybe Shane wants to set up like a link command. I ended up cutting 2 Endurance and 2 Deputy of Detention for the Channelers. You can watch a podcast. Yeah, you could watch the sound bzz, bzz on the screen. I guess it is audio only. I'm going to Time Warp here. If we draw a land, we're going to get to just take infinite turns. Seems like a good card to cast here. How to get Aether Channelers. Doomwake opened 2 out of his 600 chests. Loan me 2. Kurbros, loan me 1. Honorog, loan me 1. Big thanks to them. Alright, so yeah, we'll just go Tech for 3, Ephemerate, Eternal Witness, Silence, Ice-Fang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. An instant? Uh-oh. Kind of unlucky. Punished? I think I did, like, literally everything correct here, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like the line was good. Especially because they definitely just drew it too, because we got 2. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't. That was the first time we ephemerated the Witness, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't have a white card for this Solitude either. So they can't transmute for another Titan, right? But they can transmute for a Dryad, play their land, ping something. Or could potentially pact for a Zeusa if they have another Titan in hand. Does get Dryad. Oh, I thought that they could trigger the Dryad. They actually are 1 mana short. Huh. And we drew Knight of Autumn. So I think we just Solitude the... Hardcast Solitude on the Titan. We do it in their beginning of combat step, so if they play lands off Dryad pre-combat, I get to keep my Solitude around. 1 mana short of also casting a Knight of Autumn, kill the Dryad. If I destroy this, bounce this, they just need another bounce land to replay. So obviously if they have another Titan, we're going to be hella toast. Don't love that they're floating mana. Could just be a habit, huh? Huh. What? Titan players, are y'all alright? Are y'all okay? I guess I could kill this, bounce the Inferno Titan, they can't replay it. A little bit worse than another Primeval Titan would be here, huh? Are y'all doing okay? This is it! It's Inferno Titan! This is the tech that Titan needs! This is it! We've cracked the case. Okay, not doing so bad for somebody who had their combo broken up with a Dismember and then got Titan Dryaded, Inferno Titaned. They're tired of getting Blood Mooned? Yeah, I guess so, huh? Playing Simic Growth Chamber can't be good for me. Oh, they're not floating mana. Okay, what did they bounce? They bounced Valakut. Oh, they bounced Valakut so they can play the... So they can play Titan next turn, but I can go... Double Soulherder... and then killing just one amulet is good enough to stop the Inferno Titan from coming down. And I guess I'll also draw a card. I might have lethal next turn also. 6 plus 4 is 10. No, one short. If I could draw any way to exile something, I guess that's lethal. Can't flicker the same creature twice. You can make a bird? Oh, yeah, dude. I forgot about the bird. Shit, I should have made a bird. Aether Channeler 2. Oh, yeah! Played around the Radiant Fountain, huh? Playing perfectly around Radiant Fountain. Am I really gonna name Inferno Titan? There's, like, no way. Inferno Titan just doesn't matter here. What a game, huh? What is Gerbag Angler Casino Pioneer play? Treasure Cruise is legal. Let's go. I cannot believe they cast freaking Inferno Titan against me. That's awesome. Alright, GG. I really thought that Dismember was going to be the end of us, to be honest. Against Benito Ne, who's actually been playing Creativity a lot lately and not Living End. I would keep this hand no matter what, though, to play. Our former trophy leader, Benito Ne, won the trophy season last season. Why couldn't they just replay Amulet, play Valakut, and cast Inferno Titan? I destroyed Amulet with... I didn't bounce it. I destroyed it with Knight of the Autumn. And so that's only 1 red, not 2. Can we get a hat redeem now I have a chef's hat? Yeah, I should probably turn that back on, huh? I should also dig in the boxes for the box of hats, though. Maybe Menino Ne is back on Living End too, but I know that he's been trying a lot of creativity. Stevens could still be either deck. My tweet was the same as picture, it's supposed to be there twice. No, I don't know. I tweeted this like deck's screenshot twice this morning. I've had like a lot of like brain farts today. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe that's the new meta though. The same decklist picture twice. This was completely unintentional. Okay, looks like creativity. We should have a pretty good hand here for the matchup. If I had a fetch land, I'd probably go Soulherder, Ice-Fang. I don't. Let's just jam the... Just jam the Soulherder. Is it better to attack for 2 or try to draw Ephemerate? Probably just better to attack for 2. Yeah, he's been playing a lot more creativity lately in Less Living End. I don't know if he's just like trying to switch decks or if he feels like this is better positioned. I think a channel with Harmonic Prodigy. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There's also Riptide Laboratory as a way to like return wizards. So I'm kind of working on a Harmonic Prodigy wizards focused ETB deck that looks like way worse than this deck we're playing now, but looks very fun. And maybe it ends up working out. I think maybe I just really wish like specifically Imperial Recruiter was a card that you could get double triggers with, but you can't. It would just be, the deck would like maybe work if that was the case. I feel like I'm supposed to go Ice-Fang into Soulherder here. Yeah, you could also just play it in like the Ephemerate control style shell we've been working on. That might be a better home for it. Spellseeker was legal. Oh, there is that new Spellseeker card. Okay, hold on. What's the new Spellseeker? The 4-mana one? That's like not actually Spellseeker, but you know what I mean. Spellweaker. Okay, they're gonna kill the Soulherder. Micromancer? Is that really it? Sounds like it. Okay, so again, this is like very loose and work in progress. I ended up thinking about maybe cutting the 2-mana double counters, but yep, maybe Micromancer is. I'm assuming it's a wizard, right? It is a wizard, so it searches up your Ephemerates, and you can have maybe a couple other targets, Prismatic Ending, Silence, and stuff. Again, this is like mana base not built. Very, very rough draft over there. How much do you spend on Moto to stream playtest curious? I don't usually spend any like actual money on Magic Online month. It's basically all I think I'm gonna cycle the Time Warp here. It's basically all just, you know, one in leagues. That's generally been good. I've been liking it. It's obviously like a little early still. 1 mana short of Witness Back Time Warp. Could go Witness Back Soulherder, play Soulherder, Witness Back Soulherder, play Channeler. I think we'll go Company Channeler, bounce this probably. This is definitely a matchup where just like raw cards is fine. Just like creatures to sacrifice are fine. Icon with Twitch Prime, thank you. Archaeomancer to bring back Counterspell. I think Archaeomancer is just too, like, just for 4 mana too much. Any tips on the 4-color creativity matchup? It's complicated is, I guess, maybe my main tip. I don't know if that's a good piece of advice, but it's complicated, so maybe just like don't sweat it too much. It takes a long time to figure out, I think. I mean, I think it's too early to tell how good Channeler's been, but I've liked it so far. Like, I've definitely been like happy to have it in every matchup so far. I think this matchup specifically is going to be the big dynamic shift from the other version, where I think Aether Channeler is great against creativity, where it bounces tokens, it bounces Archon, and having like all that extra bounce against the Archons, I think is going to be a good way to swing the matchup more in your favor than it was previously. I think Channeler is also good against Murktide and Hammer Time, but those are also matchups I really liked with the Bant Collected Company deck anyways. Thank you, Icon. Glad you're back on the stream. Do you have another Persist? Thoughtseize, okay. Well, I got a pretty good hand against Thoughtseize. 2 cards in hand after that. Feels like you should discard a company since you could have taken 2 more turns with Land Witness Warp. Well, I think with my opponent having 3 more mana, it's just like not that likely that I'm just going to be able to do everything unimpeded. Was what I was worried about. Maybe that was an unwarranted worry, though. Here, I think I'm just going to cast the Channeler, try to bounce the Archon, see if this works. Yeah. Pretty good. I have 3 Hierarchs. So I think I'll attack with the Channeler. I think I like a check with Channeler, and like they can either go to 1, which turns off fetch lands, or they can jump block, which would be fine too. Then maybe I'll bounce the Fable. Yeah, I think I like bouncing the Fable here. Just really slows them down. When we're so ahead on board, I think that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the Forge-Tenders, the extra Solitude, extra Time Warp, Meddling Mages. I usually go down. Hold on, this is 27 hits for company. I'm gonna play one more company. One less wall, 26 hits. Let's do this. Endurance. Oh, right. I forgot that they are on the Grixis version. Yeah, we maybe are supposed to be playing more Endurance. I think it's certainly a conversation. The reality is that I usually, when there's like a new set coming out, I usually try not to like overthink the sideboard too much. I'm thinking that I have my thinking is I have a ton of sideboard cards for the Murktide matchup. My Murktide matchup's really good. I have a ton of sideboard cards for the Living End matchup without the extra endurances, so I don't know how necessary it is. I thought for sure I wanted the first one, likely want the second one, but okay, just trying one for now. Curious Thoughts of God wants to deck play 4 of the New Lord and trim down to 1 Ringleader. Probably only plays 1-2 Prospectors. I have the list built. I may end up, of course, like tweaking and tuning it as before we play it, but I also like to wait to post the lists until I play them. I guess this gives my opponent information what I drew, but I think that's fine. But I've got it built. I'll be playing it once, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, maybe Saturday. Down to 12 already. Down to 10 already. Wow. Let me take the Channeler. Okay. No. Never want Recruiter of the Guard? I mean, maybe it's not legal though. You know what I mean? I don't usually spend my time wishing cards that are not legal were legal. There's plenty of interesting stuff that is legal to mess around with. So kind of bad for my opponent, or for me if they do just have creativity next turn, but with only 3 cards in hand, I think I'm fine to jam this. Does have an Archon to discard. Hopefully no persist now. Oh, was I supposed to make a bird? I think I was supposed to make a bird so that I could have a creature to sack to Archon. The bird has been really good so far. There's been like, this is twice now. I think I probably should have made a bird and didn't. Okay, let's go to game 3. Yeah, we've been like pretty good shape if I made a bird though. Obviously modal cards take some time to figure out. Okay, no greed mana after mulligan. We can probably keep this. We can put back the Time Warp. These are the 4 months ticket, thank you. Renaming Lightning Bolts, renaming Creativity. Let's just name Indomitable Creativity. Hope to draw a green source next turn, maybe. Not just fumble this game after an awkward mulligan. They did have the bolts. If only Meddling Mage could name every legal card, huh? Della, 12 months, thank you. Or at the same time, could name every legal card. We do draw the green source. I think we're getting Breeding Pool here. You will live. Noble Hierarch, you're going to live. I'm just gonna jam the Coco. Many might have a counter spell or something, but I think you're usually supposed to main phase. Okay, pretty good. Good name Creativity again. We even have protection for another Bolt or Prismari command. Draws a card. And before Transmogrify. Thoughts on Cheese Touch right now? I think it's good. I think that there's some new tools from the new set that also slot into Reanimators, so you might see versions just like playing Leyline Binding, maybe not playing Aether Mage's Touch, or versions playing Founding the Third Path, not founding Aether Mage's Touch. I said that you weren't going to have that. I think I'm going to sack the Forge-Tender, discard the Ice-Fang. And again, just having Aether Channeler in the deck to Coco into here is a big deal. Obviously, we have to find it, though. Which we fail to do. And we fail to find anything relevant. I'll play it out. This feels bad, though. This feels really bad. The one of Transmogrify. If only we had Aether Channeler to save us. Yeah, maybe we could have won game 2 also if I made a bird. That's definitely like the kind of play like you make if you have more experience in a matchup, but obviously like first time playing the card, tough to have the experience. Ever sack Meddling Mage to get 2 looks at an out. My main thinking here is if I draw a land, then I'm going to be able to... Ooh, I'm more to go me. If I draw a land, I'm going to be able to cycle the Time Warp, but if I draw a spell, ideally that spell is going to be an out to Archon. And I think that with my opponent having 8 cards, I kind of just like need the Meddling Mage out too. But let me see if I can also rent the Phoenix deck. Not that we're going to try to switch to this just yet. They have not named yet. Not named yet. Aether Channeler. Yeah, I think I agree with that name. It's awesome. Unmordigo Aether Channeler. 4 matches in with the deck. Kind of unreal. Second Herder is probably better in case you draw Solitude. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. The Herder has so much upside. I don't know if I can agree. We're on the draw. 7-card hand. I think I'm all again this one. I'm really excited for the Founding the Third Path decks. Okay, let's keep this. I think I'll put back... I usually like to put back Solitude on the mulligan, but I think I might need the Solitude on the draw here. Saz, that's your one. Thank you, thank you. Again, pure at the 10 months. 2 Goblin Lords and GoBots are still there. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff prepped. We'll play the Goblin deck at some point. We have a lot of new stuff to try. Point revealed Kihira, so probably up against blue-white control. Just Sky Triumph. I wonder if they have Leyline bindings yet. Probably a little early. Yeah, again, for the new decks, I like to post them as I play them. This gives me the ability to hype them up a little bit. It gives me the ability to also like make changes before I actually click submit. I want to cast the Ice-Fang now because my opponent goes to Fairy, then I won't be able to draw a card off my Ice-Fang. Could also, if they play Teferi, I could Solitude here. I think that's maybe a bit... It's kind of a cute play. I think that's probably not, like, quite good enough. Especially, like, yeah, when my opponent's, like, really likely to just bounce the Ice-Fang, and I get to, you know, Channeler, have a lethal attacker for Teferi, draw a card. This is fine. I'm just gonna draw a card. Bird time. I think making there's a good argument for making a bird, but if I think the fact that this just answers to fairy by itself is good enough for me. How to get Aether Channeler soon? I had some help from some friends. I got by. Oh, dude, what? Always make the bird is what we're learning today, chat. Always make the stupid bird. They show me Supreme Verdict, so I'm not gonna just fire off the Coco into the known verdict. Feels very good to be playing with the new cards. Very excited for today. Oh yeah, this is new. What is this? Not stacking abilities automatically. Interesting. Find Seagate Restoration, Shocks and Breeding Pool. I think I'm supposed to collect a company. It could maybe be correct to just play one Ice-Fang, kill this. Gotta have faith in your collected companies, even if they aren't having faith in you. So I'll get one. I can't draw two cards here because there's an Arson in place. So I'll just get one Ice-Fang, one Hierarch. And then we attack. I think it's fine here to just play a Soulherder, try to bait out that Supreme Verdict we know about. But it might not even have it's another untapped white source, but we're going to have plenty of cards in hand. It's going to be fine if they Verdict here. Yeah, I think this smaller text change is really bad. I agree with that. I don't really get the, yeah, it's just like, they made the box so much smaller, and there's so much wasted space here. Okay. Let's play the Glasspool Mimic as a land, just keep developing our mana. Multiple main deck dress downs. Blue-white players, a lot of Narset Days I'm doing. I mean, I think it's mostly boredom, to be honest. So I think I'm going to play Solitude for maximum pressure. Although it does get countered, but I mean, whatever, if they counter this, we're fine. We get to untap with impunity. Maybe could have played a wall first here. Put it down to 7. Wall. I think it's not unlikely that my opponent would have another Supreme Verdict, so maybe I'll just try to wait and play around that a little bit. Okay, I think drawing this Eternal Witness, so I'm just going to actually jam the Soulherder and hope they do Supreme Verdict. Hope they don't Supreme Verdict with Counterspell up, but just kind of force the issue. Perspiring Mike with 4 months, thank you. Top and right is kind of cut off. Yeah, people have been saying that. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've been trying to fix it. That deck doesn't run Counterspell. Blue-white control doesn't play Counterspell? Really? Just like the Nasif versions don't play it? I have a hard time believing they're that greedy. Alright, let's test the theory, huh? Just dress down instead? That sounds like some Nassif madness if I've ever heard of it. Force and subtlety. Force of negation. Wild stuff, dude. I think I'm gonna grab a collected company here. Yeah, I guess it makes more sense just wanting to tap out for your stuff. I don't know. It's so tough to cut counterspell though. New icon bottle off the screen. Yeah, this apparently says if we're not stacking abilities automatically, this is here. I would much rather see an icon for, yes, stacking abilities automatically, but you can maybe just toggle this off as well. I don't know if this has to be here. I've liked Aether Channeler so far, but it's also like very early to tell. Okay, opponent's got 3 cards in their hand. We have our Time Warp combo, which we'll definitely go for. So let's just go to Instep. Okay, these concede. Awesome. Swinda, 23 months. Thank you. So I usually like to cut the Solitudes in this matchup. Bring an extra Time Warp. 2 extra Venser. I think I'll play an Endurance also over a Wall. Meddling Mage for Verdict or Solitude's probably fine. Probably actually like way better against this version too. That apparently is like a bit more in on those cards. Play 2 walls still. That's one nice thing about Channeler too, is like you can just like go way down on walls in these kind of matchups. Double check hits for company, 27, click submit. Dude, deck's not really run real anymore. I mean, yes, the thing about Veil of Supper is that it is like just not that good against the best like grindy deck in the format, 4-color odd math, and so it's kind of tough for decks to play it where it's like it's good against like Murktide Living End, and so some decks will want it, but most decks won't really. What has been hit need for company? I think 25, although sometimes you can get, if you trim some companies, and sometimes you go down a little bit, down to like 26, 25, or so 26 is like minimum, sometimes you go down to like 25. Let's keep this. What's the Time Warp combo you have in the deck? Time Warp with Eternal Witness and a Flicker effect. Either Soulherder or Ephemerate as infinite turns. No, the whole day is not going to be Bant Company. I think we're going to try to play both Founding the Third Path variants I have built, the Phoenix one and the Reanimator version. I'm not sure if I want to play like no more leagues after this one with the Bant deck, or just like one more league. I kind of just want to play this until I have more of an opinion formulated, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. Let's get, I think we just get Forest here, actually. So if I put in pluses, I will Aether Channeler bounce to Fairy, probably. And if they minus, I will probably Aether Channeler make a bird. Bit better against Narsat. Yeah, the bird has been like way better than I've expected it to be so far. Okay, let's attack with both. Get a Verdict my Aether Channeler. Supreme Verdict the Channeler, baby. A very normal modern play these days, I expect. Let's Meddling Mage Supreme Verdict. I think if they're going to fire one off like that, they're pretty likely to have a second one, to be honest. So I'll attack with both at the Teferi, and then maybe these like Solitude, Exile, Ice-Fang, trade with Meddling Mage, then we just like Time Warp probably, and then we could go like Eternal Witness, Return a Land, play Soulherder. Should be. I think I'll get a Temple Garden actually. If I draw a land, maybe I'll go like Land, Hierarch, Time Warp. But we didn't, so kind of easy turn here. Don't think it matters too much which land we get. What are we getting back with the Witness here? Probably just... No, I'm actually get Aether Channeler. Yeah, I already have a Time Warp in the hand, so I kind of need something to like flicker for value if they verdict me. The Cursed Narset Parter of Veils, revealing Days Undoing, and they get to play it here. They get to play it at instant speed in my draw step too. Fuck. And it ends the turn at instant speed? Oh my gosh. Wait, it doesn't? Oh, if it's your turn in the turn. Okay, that's balanced. That's balanced. Let's go to game 3. Pretty good, huh? Rough. Yeah, them shuffling the graveyard was tough too. No, I don't usually. I think Silence is like the fact that Blue-White Control plays so well at instant speed. I don't think you can afford to play Silence. How come I didn't draw 7? Narset in play stopped me from drawing 7. Okay, let's keep this. I think I'm gonna play the Glasspool Mimic on turn 1 here. Spatu, 23 months. Appreciate you. Did Twitch remove the pin streams option? I hadn't seen that they had. I haven't used it myself personally. Maybe it wasn't a very popular feature. Because like for me, like the streams that I go to regularly, I just kind of like already, you know, I know when they're live. I just already like check them if they're live. You know what I mean? It wasn't a feature that like I personally needed, but thank you, Kosk. Looks like they have a Solitude here. Maybe Dress Down. Consider one flippable foot for wall since I play Coco. I think just the 0-4 is better than the 1-1. Revealing another Narset. I think I'll just pass. If my opponent plays Days Undoing, I'll go Venser, bounce the Narset in response. If they don't, I might Venser to turn. Anyways, might cut Collected Company. Probably more likely to Venser since Narset can turn off the Collected Company. Okay. Let's get Fountain, bounce the Narset. This time I get to draw cards. Subtlety would get me pretty badly though. Why did I say that? Okay. Oof. Lolo, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you. And we both have 4 cards, so like, you know, the card parity is kind of even. Obviously, we hope our new hand is good though. Okay, looks kind of good. Doing a Time Warp here? Probably do. Oh, where's my... Oh, my Temple Garden's in my hand, sorry. Should be fine. Yeah, Subtlety is not only on opponent's turn. I've made that mistake too, though. So we'll play Hierarch, and I think Ice-Fang on my opponent's turn to not play like too much into Supreme Verdict. Can also cycle the Triumph, I guess. I was really hoping to draw a way to flicker Venser and just like bounce opponent's lands here, but that's okay. Oh, maybe I was supposed to main phase this, so if they have Dress Down, I'm not like as blown out by it. Ephemerate's a good draw. Also cycle the Triumph, I think. Don't cycle the Triumph almost ever in this deck, but technically text on the card. I don't need to be that afraid of a Supreme Verdict because I can Ephemerate the Venser. Maybe I should have actually just played Hierarch. Hold on. Okay, so I'll let them target. They're targeting the Venser. I don't really care about them having Solitude in play, so I'm just going to bounce their Triumph here, or try to. Stops them from going Narset Days and doing all in one go, which is nice. And then I can Witness back Time Warp. I think that might play a little bit too much into a Verdict, so probably should have played this first, but we'll just do this. If they do Verdict here, we've got a ton of action. Okay, I'll just Meddling Mage Narset on the stack. Okay, let's name Solitude with Meddling Mage, and then Aether Channeler just for a card. Oh, I could bounce the Solitude. Doesn't seem that necessary though. I'll just draw a card. I can just attack the Narset here. Can't you name Narset? No, Narset's already on the stack. I was joking when I said that. Narset's already on the stack, so if you name it, it doesn't stop it from resolving. Okay, so your main phase Ewit for Ephemerate and have Venser. Ephemerate's not in the yard. It's in Rebound right now. Should want to draw a card. I don't think I want to make a bird here because I have Hierarch, so I'm not attacking with both birds. I'm just attacking with one and Exalted over. Consistency over Yorion. Yes, in your Collected Company deck, you need consistency over Yorion. Collected Company is not good in a Yorion version. Okay, so they have Dovin's Veto, which they have to counter the Ephemerate. Then we get to go Forest. Let me just attack the Narset first. Why not name Verdict or Days Undoing? Because I'm gonna win right now is why, and Solitude is the card that breaks this up. Or Force of Negation, I guess, but if they had Force, they probably wouldn't have Dovin's Veto the Ephemerate, right? Maybe they would have still. Yeah, infinite turns, GG. What did I lose to? This match I lost. This league I lost to Creativity. I kind of punted game 2 where I should have made a bird token with my Aether Channeler to preemptively be able to sacrifice to the Archon trigger, but I just drew a card instead because I love drawing cards. Definitely was one of those like spots where if I had more experience in the matchup, I think we would have taken the right line. Right, looks like Hammer. Always nice to have a Solitude against Hammer. Will I play Junsaga with Silver and Grace? Yeah, for sure. I have the list ready to go, although I may be making a couple changes. There was something I wanted to try out in that, and actually, hold on. There was like a second new card that I was like, maybe this could be good enough. I can't remember what it was though. But that one's probably not going to be today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff to do. Today's stream is going to be longer. I'm not 100% sure how long. I guess. Amazing draw. Yeah, I told Esther I wanted to do like 10 to 12 hours, and she's like, so you're gonna be done at like 7 or 9 p.m. and then wake up like and just go immediately to sleep. And I was like, maybe. Maybe. So this resolves, and then I think we will Ephemerate the Solitude. What is this? Mana Tithe? Spell Pierce? It's fine. Any cool Dominaria cards you're testing? Yeah. I've talked about them on a YouTube video, talked about them a little bit on Channel Fireball Writing, a little bit on stream, a little bit on the Dive Down podcast. In this deck we have Aether Channeler. I have 2 modern decks with Founding the Third Path that I will be playing next. I think I'm grabbing Ephemerate, right? But that is going to be the stated purpose of the next, like, 2 weeks, week or two, testing Dominaria United cards. So this is also good to say every once in a while that usually on stream I like to do my playtesting off stream. I like to playtest off stream, formulate opinions off stream, try to figure out what I like, what I dislike about a brew before I come onto stream, and I always feel like that leads to like much more productive conversations, and it makes your use of time watching the stream way more efficient and effective than it would be otherwise. That being said, the main exception to that rule is new set releases, and so I'm spending a lot of time just like building the new decks off stream because there's more to do, and it is like just fun to like formulate these opinions together for the first time, I feel. Pixie with the Twitch Prime, thank you. But you usually after like a week or two, I'll go back to like the usual process of playtesting off stream. Where with Twitch Prime, thank you. Which is also part of the reason why I can do longer streams. FT did with 5, thank you 5, appreciate you. A sub for my opinion. Opinion on what? Will you lose a lot of equity playing birds over Hierarch? Not a lot of equity, though. You even gained some equity being able to Blanca Kaboth Nexus. Okay, gonna Ephemerate again. Just always so good to have Solitude in play against these decks. Think Sarah Paragon will be played in Modern? I actually opened one, but no, I don't. Maybe. I don't think so at the time of making this comment that it'll be very good. It is. Sarah Paragon is one of the hardest cards for me to evaluate because it kind of simultaneously meets all of the characteristics of cards that are never playable in Modern. 4 mana needs cards in graveyard to. Cards in graveyard and mana to get value off of it to some extent. You can't like loop cards because the cards you return get exiled. It kind of just like has everything wrong going for it, but it has a lot going right where it can play lands, so you don't always need mana to get value off of it. It does gain you life, which is relevant. It's pretty big. It's a 3/4 flyer. It is a really hard card for me to evaluate. So this sideboarding gets different since usually I will be cutting the endurances. Those are no longer here. I'm probably just cutting 2 Wall of Blossoms now. Maybe 1 Mimic, 1 Wall of Blossoms. 28 hits. Let's do this. Cyber games are really tough with Hushbringers. The Hammer seem to be playing these days. So, like, usually Hammer Time has been a, like, one of sometimes in the sideboard. And so, for the most part, like, I find that you win game 1 against Hammer a ton of the time. They don't always have Hushbringer. When they do, it's, like, usually just 1 copy. I don't know if that's changed, and I've just missed it. And now they're playing like 2 Hushbringers in the board, but it's just for me it's really tough to like dedicate big sideboard changes to like a 1 of Hushbringer in the sideboard. But if that is something that's happening, you can of course can just like play some Prismatic Endings. 4 mana, do nothing, need to untap. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why I'm having struggles with it. Some is you don't actually need to untap with it since. You can play a land immediately, get value. You can play Mishra's Bauble, get value. And so if it gets killed by a removal spell, it's not so bad. But yeah, I definitely don't expect it to be amazing. Let's play a Wall of Omens here. Maybe Ice-Fang's better because this could be a white card for Solitude. You don't have Solitude in the hand, though. It's blocking kind of well here. If they have Cauldra, just jump block for a turn. Too bad this can't bounce Urza Saga. Okay, immediately punished. Could still draw... I can't imagine that they put the needle against me either. But maybe I'm supposed to fetch anyways. Just get a forest is fine. I can still draw a white card off of the Ice-Fang. Could also pitch Ephemerate to Solitude if I need to. I think Aether Channeler could be playable with humans. At least, I think Aether Channeler is a really good option for Pioneer humans. The issue in Modern is that, like, humans has so many options in the 3-drop slots that are just amazing. Adeline, Reflector Mage, Aether Channeler, Ranger Captain of Eos, Hamlet Vanguard, General Kudro, Mantis Rider. I mean, maybe said that one already. But there's Imperial Recruiter. There's just like 1,000 3-mana spells you could play, and they're all like fine. But none of them are clearly the best, and so I don't know. I have a hard time seeing Aether Channeler like making the cut in the humans deck with no like flicker synergies, but it is a powerful card for sure. Okay, there's a white card. Obviously, would maybe prefer it to be a different white card, but I'll take it. Okay, if my opponent has Blacksmith skill, that's fine. If they have Spell Pierce, it's a little bit worse. Obro, 13 months. Thank you. Yeah, Blacksmith skill is fine. We'll just Ephemerate, response. Exile it, block the Stoneforge Mystic, rebound Ephemerate on the Construct, I think. On the Solitude, exile the Construct, or is it better to draw a card, try to find company, and if I miss, I Aether Channeler, bounce Construct? I think I like drawing a card here. The Construct doesn't really even do that much anyways. Yeah, I'll just company. Oh boy. Coco into Aether Channeler Soulherder is just very sweet. I think I attack with both and then make a bird with the Channeler. So I can block the Ink Moth. What's the difference between the two screenshots posted were they're exactly the same. It wasn't intentional. I accidentally clicked paste twice. I didn't realize that someone posted out earlier. I think it's kind of funny now, but it wasn't like intentional. Just clicked paste twice on accident. Control V, I guess, twice. I did see some people in the comments are like, "What's the difference between the two?" No, it's exactly the same. I mean, even if they have hammer here, it just doesn't do anything, really. So they double equip onto the Ornithopter. And then I'll probably just go Aether Channeler, bounce Ornithopter, Flicker Solitude, exile Pure Steel Paladin. What happened to Pixel Snowlands? Okay, I sold my whole Magic Online collection for treasure chest, so I could buy, so I could open cards and open, like, no cards. But I'll rebuild. I will rebuild. So I imagine that this Solitude in hand is going to shore things up for me. I guess I should still leave a blocker back. I don't want to trade Solitude for Paladin here. That would be a favorable trade for them. In this matchup, you just usually don't really have to be under a rush to win the game. The exception, of course, being Hushbringer. In fact, let's get a 4-1 prediction going, huh? Channeler's been good so far. I've definitely liked the card a lot. It's helped us a lot against, like, specifically the creativity matchup. I think it's felt good basically every time we've played it. It's felt like, you know, kind of like I expected it for it to be a good fit in this deck exactly. Probably not going to fit in too many other shells in Modern, although I do have like one other idea for it. It's like a Teferi that we can Coco into. Yeah, it just does so much. Yeah, the card's going to be really good against Murktide for sure. For sure. But also, you know, we've played like not that much with the card yet. It's a bit early to tell. Just take some time. Yeah, I'm excited for the Demi Lich deck too. All right, let's. It's always in these spots where you're just like so ahead on board. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it's always in these spots that your collected companies never brick, but I guess collected company can find a way, huh? Okay, I'm gonna attack with everything besides the bird token. Then Solitude the Giver. Yeah, okay, I need to figure out how to fix the black bar. I know it's annoying. I don't know why it's there. I'll try to fix it for tomorrow, probably. I've tried a few times, but I think I just need to rebuild the scene, I guess. There's something like just off about it that I'm not able to just toggle. Can you guys see the letters as I'm typing them? When I type a text box? Or does it only pop up after everything is typed? You can see them? Okay. I've always wondered that. So you can see as my dysgraphic ass is misspelling things all the time. So embarrassing. A with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Goblins tomorrow. We'll see. I've got a lot of stuff prepped. Just gotta take it one deck at a time. Opponent's gonna try to big brain their way out of this one. Put the stream title there, call it a feature. Yeah, that's gonna be the true fix. Alright, what are they Stoneforge for? Colossus Hammer, a good choice. They're at 9 though, they're gonna have to do some blocking. Definitely have to block the Soulherder. So if I attack with everything... Hold on. Let me just cast this Collected Company. I'm gonna main phase the Collected Company no matter what I think. Pay for the Sentinel. Just played against Liliana, the Veiled Explorer. That's awesome. This might prompt a concession. This might get the job done. Who's to say, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna attack with both of these. Force my opponent to jump block. If they want to go Springleaf Drum, Hammer, I have Solitude, which grows the Soulherder by 1. Sand the 6 months. Thank you. Although maybe I just actually let this happen. I get one less Solitude trigger if I do, but if I let this happen, I can potentially die Tinkmoth. Fire up, Hammer, equip. Yeah, if I just kill the Sigarda's Aid, we should be fine. I have one Deputy in the sideboard. I think the sideboard's likely to change a bunch, but it's hard for me to like make super informed sideboard changes without playing this list much first. So target Knight of Autumn, and then I think I'll maybe just Aether Channeler the bounce Springleaf Drum. Seems fine. Just gotta restrict their mana a little bit here. Kill Shadow Spear. I guess killing Shadow Spear is probably good too. But also like they just can't kill me this turn with the Sigarda's Aid gone. Like I think both lines are fine. Sand 6 months. Fluffy at the 5. Thank you. Opponent's lulling, and we are 3-1. Have a 4-1 prediction. I think probably over at this point. I'm trying to remember, I can't remember, but there was some like interesting tech I was like considering last night. I don't know if I have it. Like, hold on. Okay, let me just pull it up. Oh, hold on. Maybe I do have an extra deck here because maybe I didn't relabel it. No, hold on. I'll try to find it. Okay, we're up against Yoria, and I think I'm like never Solitude Ephemerating on turn 2. I don't know. Sometimes Magic Online. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's just at the top. Okay, I can't. Yeah, I can't remember what tech it was. I remember it was like a 3-drop. It was like there was like a 3-mana spell from the new set I was considering playing here. But this was kind of like rough draft. I may make some changes too. I wanted to keep Gigantha. I think Fable's kind of awkward without Tracker, but it's maybe fine. Not being able to copy Lord is also weird. Right with the Twitch Prime, thank you. But there was something. There's some other new 3-drop I wanted to play, or like think about playing. Sneak peek how many play points. I don't have as many as Doom. I opened I think like 300 chests last night or something. My openings were not nearly as good as Doom's though. Doom was up like $900 effectively if you count play points. Yeah, I only have like 4,000, which is a lot. No DRC. I'm not playing Bobble in this version. Obviously, you could play DRC Bobble. Unholy Heap. They're gonna bounce the wall. Probably just plus, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll play Soulherder this turn, I think. Then they'll bounce it. It's fine. Too bad no Aether Channeler. Why not try New Lily? I use Gigantha. The new Liliana I don't think is good enough for Modern, because you lose Gigantha. Urg, Son of Turg. I can't remember which one it was. Hold on. Ooh. It's gonna bother me. I don't know. I can't. I remember like maybe. I don't know. With all these new cards, it's just always so easy to forget where your brain has been. Oh, I kind of wanted to try Jaya, but that was like a different deck. Okay, let's go. I think we just go replay Soulherder, play Glasspool Mimic tapped. It's gonna be a long game. Just want to hit these land drops. I do have to discard a card though. Probably a wall. Just kind of looking through the set again. Okay, Omnath, no fetch lands. So let's go Solitude, pitch Wall of Omens, exile Omnath, can't Ephemerate because of the Fun Raveler, but we now have a 3-power creature which can attack said Fun Raveler. To Fairy down. Wall flickered. Bunch of instant speed stuff coming up. No, I don't think it was Shadow Prophecy, although that card is like now on my radar. It was one I missed in my spoiler video. I maybe just like, it may not even be a Dominaria card, to be honest. Main deck Verdict is interesting. Yeah, it wasn't Urg. Urg is interesting though. Probably a different build though. Okay, I think I'm gonna save an Ephemerate. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just like misremembering the path my brain went down, I guess. I mean, they showed me Supreme Verdicts in their deck, so I'm gonna draw a card rather than make a bird here. Though maybe just draw a card no matter what. I'll figure it out. I'm definitely gonna, you know, sit down tonight and work on the deck list for tomorrow. Another dead Soulherder. Looking for Time Warp, looking for Eternal Witness, looking for Collected Company here. Our deck is very much full of action. And Snow-Covered Islands. I think taking the trade here is fine. Just have another one. Let's then. I only have one more basic left in the deck. If they have a second verdict and they're 80 cards, good for them. And it's in their hand, good for them. Might have to cash in the Ephemerate for a draw too. We'll see. We'll see. Could bounce the Omnath. Response to a fetch land being cracked. Okay, they don't have fetch land, thankfully. Yeah, let's draw 2 with the Ephemerate. Try to find like a Time Warp, Eternal Witness, Collected Company, Soulherder. Okay, they're gonna Solitude this. This is also fine, I think. Okay, it's still hard cast Solitude, so I can play these, see what we got. Why am I choosing Neutron A with this deck? Do I mind doing so again? It's Collected Company. Collected Company is bad in Yorion decks. You can't meet its restriction effectively in a Yorion deck. You're not going to draw it as often, so meeting its restriction is not good enough. And despite, you know, our love-hate relationship with the card, I do think it is worth meeting at the restriction. Because it's 2 Omnaths down, also. Here comes another one, probably. Oh, Emrakul. I can beat an Emrakul. Cost them 7 mana, so they do need a land for next turn. So we're going to Ephemerate the Solitude after they Emrakul. Okay, it's about as bad as Dress Down ever gets against us. Oh, now it's 6 mana though. The Emrakul. We get to exile it, and then they get to take my turn. But hopefully they don't draw. If they draw Time Warp and they get to let them take an extra turn, that's really bad. But hopefully they just kind of brick, like Solitude, like one of my creatures, you know. Not blocking Solitude. They don't have a Death Touch on Ice-Fang, so blocking Solitude doesn't really do much. Will they cast the wall? They probably should. Dad of the 9 months, thank you. My deck is full of gas too. I have 3 Witness, 2 Time Warp, 4 Collected Company left of the 27 cards. I mean, Emrakul not bad, gained them 13 life. Okay, the second main phase cast wall. Okay, draw a land. Not the worst Emrakul turn. I can't. Come on, deck, please work with me here. Work with me. Golly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They don't have 2 Emrakuls, surely, right? Another Omnath, though. Oh, yeah, sorry. I should have attacked with just the Solitude. Sorry, I'm busy tilting. Ah! Deck, please! Please! What can I do? Why attack with Snake? Because I'm just tilting. Here, chatter, I'm just tilting. Yeah, it was 1 more damage if I attack with Solitude, chat. It's fine, it's fine. Our deck is so full of gas. We have 4 Collected Companies, all 3 Eternal Witnesses, both Time Warps, 2 more Soulherders, more... Our deck is so full, and like lots of cantrips into these cards. Our deck is so full of action. Golly. They find Solitude, cast Solitude. Okay. A spell. I can't spell. I have no fetchables, so I'm just holding these. You're about to end the game. Well, what's nice about this spot is we have 23 cards left in our library, and we have our entire Time Warp combo still in the library. And so maybe my opponent's going to be able to break it up. Higher because I draw for turn. Maybe my opponent's going to be able to break it up, but like it is like not that crazy for us to draw like a Collected Company into Eternal Witness Collected Company and just have cantrip into Time Warp combo and win the game from this spot. Not the most likely. Oh, it's also true that, like, infinite turns with only 22 cards in the library may not be good enough to win anymore. We'll see, we'll see. I think they're going to Yori on this turn. I'll take one more draw. Opponent may, although maybe my opponent will deck themselves, huh? Okay, solituting both of my walls. Drawing like 4 cards. We'll go to game 2. So usually I'd be cutting the Deputy of Detention to this matchup. Thankfully they're already gone. I think that I'm probably wanting about 3 Solitudes, but maybe I just go down a Solitude to have density of company hits, play 2 Forge-Tender over 2 Wall of Blossoms. I think this is fine. I don't think you need too many Solitudes in this matchup. Maybe answering Emrakul is kind of important. Can I go down to... I get another 26 hits? I can, yeah. Endurance to like shuffle your own graveyard in this matchup is sometimes relevant. It's pretty bad beyond that. I think I'm not going to play it. Let's keep this. Collected Company I think is your best card of the matchup, or it can be your best card in the matchup, I should say. So having 2 on the play I think is worth keeping in a slow matchup like this. Yeah, maybe we just never find land 4. If they Wrenn 6 here, I'll probably bounce Wrenn 6. Hopefully, yeah. Very, very good to draw land 4. So we'll just bounce Wrenn 6. If they kill it next turn, they kill it next turn. But let's play 4-color, Delirium, Omnath. Okay. Game very likely kind of comes down to how good is this Collected Company, or maybe the next one can be good too. This one's medium. Also medium. Could make a bird here. They minus the bird attacks because the higher can attack. Could draw a card. Could bounce the Wrenn. Let's draw a card. I think bird would be fine here too. Feels like an Windswept Coco would be way better here. It feels like that because of the cards we hit, but you know, this is a deck with Soulherder, so I think you just want to main phase it. Time Warping is pretty bad into Counterspell, but if my opponent has Counterspell, I think I'd rather them counter the Time Warp than the Company this turn. Bird kills, but so does the Hierarch, though. Yeah, so let's just attack the Wrenn 6 with the Hierarch now. I mean, my opponent is holding up 4 mana, but they didn't counterspell Time Warp, so they don't have counterspell. They might have Dress Down. They do have Ice-Fang. This is just a chump block, though. I'm not going to Solitude the Ice-Fang here. Or maybe I will if they Ephemerate. Unholy Heat. Okay, deal. Okay, Eternal Witness, Wall of Omens. Has to be the pick. pick up the... I think I'll pick up a Collected Company. Pass back. They have a removal spell, that's fine. Hallowed Moonlight. Barf. So I lose my Ephemerate too, right? Oh no, Ephemerate's still resolved. I actually still get the rebound. Tutors and Omnath. Am I gonna Coco in response to the Ephemerate? Probably just target the wall. Might want to just go Witness, get back a land, play Soulherder this turn. Oh, it looks like they're going to dress down me. Maybe just holding up Counterspell. Hallowed Moonlight looking pretty good. Okay, target here. Draw a card. I think if they have Counterspell or Dress Down, they'll cast it right now. And they didn't do that, so I think we should probably not put them on one of those cards. I think with this first trigger, I'm going to take Ephemerate. And then I'm going to cast Soulherder. Just Ice-Fang, awesome. So now we'll pick up the Time Warp. Let's do the Time Warp again. And then I think I'm going to Solitude Omnath. Oh, they played Fetch Land before Omnath? I know they have Omnath in their hand. They just immediately play a land. Weird. Into Verdict. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. How many Witnesses do I have left? I think I still have 2. No, I only have 1. So if I hit a... When I find my next Witness, I need to prioritize returning a Witness with Witness. They have Counterspell. 4 cards left, though. Hallowed Moonlight. Fuck. Better than Counterspell. all the random tech is always like so instantly good against this deck. Okay, could Solitude in response to the trigger. I think I'll maybe just try to get something else. I don't know. This may be a little too greedy, but it feels like if they have another, I guess what other creature are they ever playing here? Yeah, I was probably supposed to Solitude this, especially with 3 Solitude in hand. Yeah, sorry. So I think what I'm going to do is just jam Time Warp here. Jam Time Warp. If they counter, that's fine. If they don't, that's good. Here we go, Solitude. Ephemerate the Solitude, keep it around. Maybe I just Ephemerate the wall, draw an extra card. I think Aether Channeler design is kind of lame. Just combine 3 blue commons together. Obviously, strong blue rare. I love the design of Aether Channeler. I think people see a card like this that is like somewhat simple. Combine 3 blue commons and put on a rare, different modes. I'm like, this is, you know, like you say, lame. But I think the simplicity and the referenced old cards. I usually love cards that are designed like this. I'm a big fan. If I Witness back Ephemerate here, I'm really opening myself up to a removal spell, stopping me from Time Warp comboing, so I think I'll just Coco. This is Yorion and 6 mystery cards. About Prince Charming. I like the card Charming Prince's design, if we're talking about design still. I think Charming Prince is usually only good in Court of Calling decks, though. Being able to Court of Calling for a 2-mana... okay, so... yeah, being able to Court of Calling for a 2-mana Flicker is pretty unique, but that's about all. So the opponent tapped out. This should be fine. Just going to Ephemerate both of these. Get back. And the other witness is a priority. Oh, the other witness is exiled. Shoot, I thought it was in the yard. Okay, so we'll just get Time Warp pass. I probably could have played this a bit better then. Sorry, I thought another witness in the yard, but I guess I was just supposed to go time. I was just supposed to go Eternal Witness to Time Warp. Sorry, playing too fast. I think that could have been a win. Let's try Solitude right now. I don't think so. Yeah, sorry, just playing too fast. You have to play really fast in these matchups because of the clock and like clicking through the infinite turn combo. But it's already gone through 2 Hallowed Moonlights. Yeah, I think Solitude now would be fine, but I think it's also fine to hold up the Ephemerate too. Okay, so what are we grabbing here? We don't have another Time Warp in the yard. Okay, we're grabbing nothing. But my opponent has Stomping Grounds, Sacred Foundry up, so it's kind of hard for them to have much relevant here. So I think I'm supposed to... just untap here. And then go, just cast Glasspool Mimic and then Ephemerate. This way I can play around a removal spell a bit better. Oh, whoops. Oh, I said the trigger was still on the stack. Hold on. Okay, so now I have to flicker this and we win. Yeah, I think they messed up there. They could still have Solitude, I guess. Seems like we win. Okay. Opponent concedes. I think, like, with the clocks being so even, like, I'm obviously thankful that they're conceding, but if they wanted to, like, make me click through it, that's super reasonable. They're all, like, mini Unholy Heats. Maybe I want to be playing a Forge-Tender here. Do I have any way to stop Hallowed Moonlight? Not really. Let's be on another Forge-Tender. Could have Glasspool Mimic to play around Solitude. Yeah, but as soon as the Ephemerate resolves on the Eternal Witness, they don't have Solitude anymore. So yeah, like there's no reason to play around it as soon as the Ephemerate resolves. Okay, keep this. I think my opponent sided out their Ren and 6s. I think they sided them out. Looks like I was right. Looks like I was right. Obviously just teasing. Yeah, let's just play the Channeler. I can draw a card. Maybe they dress down, counterspell, whatever. Starve, 2 months, thank you. 7 months, sorry. Yeah, dress down very good against us, that's fine. Also, just like having this in play to be able to flicker is, you know, nice. Oh, I guess they missed the land. Yeah, if they're main phasing Ice-Fang, they just don't have a land in their hand. I could go Eternal Witness plus Ephemerate. I think I'd rather just jam the Collected Company, but I think that would have been fine too. Collected Company, please, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Collected Company, please. This is like the I have all the streams we've streamed with this deck. Collected Company has been by far the worst today. We have not had a day with Coco be this bad yet. It's unreal. But am I going to return it with Eternal Witness? You bet I am. You bet I am. Oh no. They might plus. think they don't have a land in their hand. Yeah, they do plus. So they play another Ice-Fang. I'll probably go Solitude, pitch Solitude, Ephemerate into Eternal Witness back Coco. They don't have any white mana currently. I know they're playing Verdict, but they can't Verdict next turn, which is nice. Traverse the Uvenwald, exiled. Now Delirium after minusing Ren and 6. Traverses with Delirium. Maybe finding a land, because I know that they're missing land drops. Oh man. These headphones are just they're new, they keep falling out of my ear. Emrakul with 4 card types. Interesting. Scary. I think I don't want to Coco in response to Ephemerate, because if they have Hallowed Moonlight or Dress Down, that's a really good way to get blown out. Time Warping for an extra 5 damage seems fine here. Especially when they have the Emrakul. Ooh, maybe I guess you're still 5. I could be making a bird. I think I'm still gonna have lethal. Famous last words, perhaps. Oh boy. Okay, well we're just like not playing around Verdict this game, I think. Yeah, I hit 2 cards with that company. It makes up for the first one, huh? That's how that works. Okay. They have the Verdict. Can't cast it fast enough. 4 card types. Emrakul costs 9, so they're pretty far away from it. They're getting Endurance, which can make it cost 8, which is still not enough. It's going to main phase this. Pretty good. Assuming they don't have a Unholy Heat. Solitude's fine. The Emrakul looms, though. The Emrakul looms. There it is. Emrakul Endurance, 2 mystery cards. Emrakul costs 8 mana, potentially in 2 turns. Omnath can make it come down sooner next turn. I think we need a Time Warp. They've also been missing land drops, so it's also not, not a guarantee that they're gonna have it. We all know they're gonna have it for sure. Ice-Fang Forge-Tender. It's this Ice-Fang wall. Just need to get some velocity. Yeah, I'll play this to play around Fury, Heat, I guess. Hope they don't have a fetch land. Their hand is Endurance, Emrakul, 4 mystery cards. Yeah, they're playing. This subs Fury. Bring this in against any Fury deck, and they also aren't playing Unholy Heat. Okay, Traverse, which they can traverse for a fetch land. Can't cast Emrakul this turn though. Oh, can they? No, they have exactly 8 mana. Fuck. They're not casting Emrakul. I don't think they realized they could have it. Have we seen Fury mini Traverse decks aren't on it? I would think that almost every Traverse deck plays 1 Fury as a Traverse target. I guess I could be wrong about that, but I'm under the impression that like basically all the versions play 1. So I guess if they Endurance block, that's pretty bad. So just deck with these. Some are down to 0 Fury. Well, I guess I just can't imagine that that's correct then. To be honest, they don't have 1 Fury as a traverse target. But yeah, but I've also definitely been furied by them too, for sure. Okay, opponent's at 7. Draw card. Not the best card. Oh, that Coco bricking this game was just so backbreaking. The top list of Goldfish has no Fury. I mean, I put almost like 0 stock into like what the top list on Goldfish has at any given time. Okay, so that stops the Ephemerate rebound. Yeah, maybe you're right, Bistro. Yeah, I think the Channeler's been really good so far. I've liked it a lot. This league has been really weird, where our collected company hits have just been so abysmally bad. Like we cast a company, I think on turn 3 this game, and bricked, and we were like going to be so ahead and like probably winning the game easily if we had 2 creatures. 1 creature maybe not, but we've been playing catch up the whole game. And but Channeler's been good. So they do the trick where they sack their fetch land with the Abundant Growth on it, so they can get another type in the graveyard for Emrakul. Although I thought they already had enchantment. Yeah, they already had enchantment. They Solitude and Ice-Fang. So we're gonna need to like, I guess if we draw Eternal Witness, we get to maybe win. Oh no, because we can't. The Ephemerates are locked by the Teferi. We would just go Eternal Witness, Time Warp, hope to draw a Soulherder. Okay, let's just see what we draw. Oh, they would get unlocked because we could kill Teferi, though. Let's play it out. Oh, yeah, they also have Endurance. They don't definitely have Green Card. They probably have Green Card. I think with them having Endurance, I'm actually just good to concede. We know their hand is Endurance, Emrakul, 4 cards. We're not having anything. I did forget about the Endurance, though. Tough game. I think if we hit our company, likely winning game 3. Game 1 was also tough. I do like the Aether Channelers. I think they're a lot of fun. We will obviously be playing a lot more of to dive into the stuff, which I think is a good time for now. We're 3 hours into the stream. I want to play a lot of different stuff today.